1, 2, 3. Oh, but you're not ready.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Come on!
Hi, I'm Chrissy.
And I'm Kim.
And we're pharmacy students from the University of the Pacific. I am on my community rotation at Kaiser Outpatient.
And I'm doing inpatient hospital at Memorial.
So for my community rotation, it's basically just like working, more focused on consultations, learning the system, learning anything new, I guess. I don't know. I'm just going to try to focus on like chronic disease states for the next 6 weeks.
And then I kind of just approve orders and make sure all the orders in the hospital are correct. So I do a lot of TPN, and I do a lot of going through the patient's charts and making sure that they're on the correct medications and there are no DDIs, especially because you're in the hospital. You have a lot of different physicians come look at you, and sometimes, or a lot of the times, the physicians don't, I guess, really communicate within each other, so they might order duplicate medications or medications that don't work well together, and so that's kind of where we come in and we make sure everything's right.
So far, my rotation is pretty chill. It's a big difference from internal medicine. I actually wake up at a normal time and I'm back by dinner time and I can stay up till like midnight, which is crazy. So it's been a different schedule change. I would almost like it if it, because I started at 9, I would almost like if I started a little earlier because I'd rather finish my day earlier, like Kim gets home in the afternoon, so that's kind of nice. But so far I really like the staff. They're really cool. I feel like community pharmacy is always a little bit understaffed, but they still make it work really well, and the pharmacists there are awesome, so I'm really looking forward to it the next 5 weeks.
Yeah, and like Chrissy said, I get home in the afternoon, so my day starts at 7 a.m. and I go up until 3:30, which is a full 8-hour day. It's pretty cool. I like it. It's interesting because actually going into the rotation, I talked to a lot of people who had this rotation before, and all of them kind of told me that this rotation is not going to be very fun, and you're not going to learn too much just because it's, first of all, it's inpatient, and second of all, it's not necessarily a teaching hospital, I don't think, Memorial, and so they're just kind of, yeah, they're just not as willing to teach, but I kind of actually found it a different story, like being there. I kind of expected not to learn much, but then I'm actually learning quite a lot. Because I think the difference is you kind of asking questions, like more actively trying to find stimulation. And the thing is, pharmacists are people too, so they know that if you're interested in learning and like they kind of see you trying really hard, like they're gonna help you. So yeah, so I've just kind of been asking a lot of questions. That's why I'm learning a lot, and it's so far so good.
I think that's also something I learned just on rotations in general. When you hear things about rotations from previous students, you should always kind of take it with a grain of salt, or like, that's not always the whole story, because even though you've heard things in the past, that doesn't always mean that's the experience that you'll get to.
I learned that documentation is very important. Like I said, a lot of times, just because for one patient you have a lot of different healthcare providers providing for them, so you have like, you know, nurses, physicians, specialists, like if they have a certain condition like a cardiologist, I don't know, just like a ton of people working on one patient. So a lot of times communication kind of gets lost, I guess, and like a lot of details get omitted. So it's very important that you document everything that you do and you make sure it's up to date and it's correct. Like, I cannot tell you how many times I've looked at a patient's chart and have been so confused because it doesn't add up. Like, for example, I had a patient this week. He was admitted to the hospital for a DVT and PE. Like, he had both. And it was so funny because he was obviously admitted for those conditions, but when you look at the nurse's notes, it says that he doesn't have a DVT. And it's like, what? He's being treated for a DVT in the hospital, but it's documented as him not having a DVT. So, documentation, guys, so important.
Super important. I don't know if I learned a lot this week. I feel like it was more like making sure I know all my basic knowledge and stuff. I think I need to focus more on like OTC stuff or like random things like vitamins and how much you take and everything. So I don't know, just a lot of like making sure I know my community knowledge. So Friday night, it was my partner's last day in Bakersfield, so we went out to Padres finally.
Chrissy's first time.
My first time. Oh, it was just fun seeing everyone get loose and seeing other pharmacists there.
Yeah, it was a little strange because one of my preceptors from Camp C was there, and also my preceptor right now at Memorial was there too. So, and I think tomorrow we're gonna have a Korean barbecue party.
Yay!
Because there's not a lot of Asian food down here, and I've been craving it forever, and a really good friend of ours decided to make my dreams come true and buy meat and buy a grill from LA and bring it back up and have a Korean barbecue party.
She's buying a grill too?
Yeah, or she's bringing a grill. I think she had one.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, so thank you so much to this particular friend. You know who you are.
You want to share your name?
Jane Kim. Thanks. Thank you, Jane. You're the best. So, Christina Go, my bestest roommate in Bakersfield, bought me a present for my birthday, even though she got me like 2 other things already. And now she bought me this. So I saved it for the video so you can catch my initial reaction to it. And look, she even like drew a Hello Kitty. I'm gonna open the present. I love presents. Oh my god! It's a soup cup! It doesn't sound like much, but I freaking love this thing. I have one. I bought it on sale, and I always, like, since I bought it, like, it literally makes my day just seeing it. I always get so happy.
Now you can do less dishes.
Yay! Hey, thanks, Chrissy.
You're welcome. So we were just talking in my room earlier about our video, and then Kim was like, oh my god, I see something moving on the ground. And it's a cockroach, and
Oh my god.
it's pretty nasty. It moved pretty fast too.
Like lightning speed.
Not light, and they kept trying to like crawl up the walls and stuff. It was kind of nasty. Anyway, so we contained it in a cup on the carpet, and then we didn't know what to do with it for a while. We ended up flipping the cup over with a piece of paper and bringing it outside and Lysoling it. And the cup's still outside. We'll go get it tomorrow morning.
After, you know, it chills out for a while. But it was a super long process. I think that was like
half an hour.
Because we were both kind of freaked out. It was like, oh, so gross.
I feel like I'm not that freaked out about it, but then seeing Kim freaked out about it makes me freaked out about it, so that it's like, it's just all bad.
Yeah, but hey, we had really good teamwork, I have to say. Like, it worked out perfect. We're a good team.
Now we know next time. No, we know what to do next time.
Yeah. So, recently, I started to read again. The reason was because I kind of feel like my vocabulary is a little bit lacking, and I've always looked up to people who can speak very eloquently and be able to, I guess, affect a crowd or, you know, express themselves really well, because I feel like I need to work on that. I mean, I'm sure you can tell, like, doing these videos, honestly, I feel like I talk like a valley girl sometimes. I sound really stupid. So, I'm trying to improve that by reading more. And so I decided to start out with this book. It's called...
It's such a good book. Such a good book. I really recommend it for anyone.
Yeah, so it's called The Last Lecture. It's about a professor at Carnegie who basically gives his last lecture because he has cancer, and he just kind of put all the lessons that he wants to teach in one last lecture. And I'm really excited to improve my vocabulary and my eloquency. So hopefully by the end of like this whole video series, I'll start sounding a little more intelligent.
That's all for this week. We'll see you next week.
Bye. Thanks for watching. At first I thought it was bought, but it's not.
Oh, wow.
You didn't draw this?
I drew it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
No, I was just
like, you were surprised.
No, I was surprised that you thought it was bought.
Oh. Oh. I was like, wait, did you draw this?